What a house. That's a nice house.
Ah,
Beautiful.
that can opening SFX was so good.
I actually opened the can right now.
Yeah, I know. It just it's perfect. You, I didn't know how to put this, but this is the kind of sound you get when you watch an advert for Coca-Cola.
Well, I'm happy that you like the quality of my can opening.
That's refreshing.
Coward! Yes.
Yeah. This guy's 16 throwing 78. That's pretty good. Let's see. Back bridge. Oh, yikes. That was not a back bridge. We're gonna have to work on that, brother. This is the first person I've ever seen take all these questions and write them down on a piece of paper and then send them to me. £45 bench press is your max? No way. I asked him if he had med balls, and he wrote dead balls. What are dead balls?
Balls that are no longer alive.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
Anytime.
What would I do without you? I'm hiring you. You're hired. Say less.
You got me. You made me think about something when I was a lot younger and still living in South Africa. There was this guy. I was really into cricket at the time, and we had this guy. His name was Callum Donald. His nickname was White Lightning. He was one of the fastest and most feared bowlers of the 1990s. Now the only problem is that the peak of his career was before radar guns became standards in international cricket. So they only started measuring his speeds at the end of his career. So his fastest years weren't officially tracked. However, the data that they do have at the end of his career show that his fastest recorded delivery was 153 kilometers an hour, approximately 95 miles an hour.
That's when radar guns suck too, so it might have been even faster.
Yeah. And then he was consistent that he always bowled between 87 and 92 miles per hour.
That is jet fuel for a cricket, dude. Because
Yeah.
I don't know how they throw it so hard. It's the craziest mechanics. Straight arm over the top, and it's just...
Yeah, and they also have fairly short careers because of the stress on their body, you know, doing that day in and day out.
It makes sense. It's a very impressive sport. It's a very impressive sport. The White Lightning nickname cracked me up because for some reason it reminded me of Kenny Powers. But his is La Flama Blanca. What am I hearing? Oh, I thought
No, it's my sound. My Windows is terribly confused with what my default audio device is. It keeps on changing it. That was my notifications coming through on my PC to the desktop speakers instead of the headset.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, what did I just fry in my computer? We got 4 signs yesterday, so I gotta write 4 posts. Oh, this kid might throw fuego. What's this guy's view? Didn't even answer the questions. Nice.
I'll be back.
Yep.
He's gonna have a crazy weapon, I can tell.
Yeah.
I reached out to Lema earlier because he's been silent and, you know,
I haven't seen him.
not showing up for the past week. But it's actually good news. He's finally back to his own place in Johannesburg. But he says he's got a lot of stuff to sort out to make the place livable again. So he's basically just happy, you know, arranging his place where he really wants to be. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really looking forward to, you know, this moment where he can just be with himself, you know, where he wants to be.
Where's Johannesburg?
Johannesburg is in the northern part of South Africa.
Whoa.
It's the
Hedgehog.
business, commercial, manufacturing part of South Africa. It's right on top of the Witwatersrand, which is the gold reef, where the gold rush took place. Lots of gold mines there, and yeah, it's the economic heart of the country. Kind of like, I think, California is to the US.
Is it more expensive there as well, like California?
No, not really. Johannesburg isn't seen as the place to live. The place to live is where people from famous celebrities buy homes, like the royal family, Madonna, you know, that kind of people buy homes in Cape Town, which is all the way to the south. The harbour town. This is the most beautiful city, in my humble opinion, in the world. It's got an amazing mountain, which is completely flat at the top. And it's a Mediterranean climate. It's a wine-growing region. All the French Huguenots brought vineyard states with them when they fled France in the 1700s and planted all of those stems and established the wine culture in Southern Africa.
This place
But
looks unbelievably beautiful.
Oh, did you Google it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my old man lives there. And
Wow.
yeah, it's just beautiful. Property can be really expensive, among some of the most expensive in the world, I think. Especially when you buy like on the slope going up the mountain, like Constantia, I believe, is one of the areas. Yeah, you have to be really rich to afford that.
Yeah, $1 million is the minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, there's loads of celebrities. I'm talking about Hollywood level celebrities that have, you know, holiday homes in Cape Town.
What a view. And then you can just go to the ocean and fish some huge tuna.
Yeah, and you know, you can do loads of sightseeing. There's an island that is only populated by penguins. It's like their last stronghold. It's the only place where they breed. Loads of whales come very close to the coast to breed. The southern right whales. Loads of great white sharks. You can go shark cage diving if you want to. The island where Nelson Mandela was a captive is located a short ferry trip away from Cape Town. What's it called? Robinson Island, something like that.
I was
Yeah,
wondering
that.
what is this part right here? Let me pull it back up. What is the big white building in the middle? Is that like a sports stadium?
Are you not streaming it?
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally put it. Let me put it back up here. This thing right here. Okay, sorry. This thing right here.
That was built for the football World Cup, like 5 or maybe a few years longer ago. Football stadium.
That is a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, he's pretty nice.
Helmet.
And there's another stadium right next to it too.
Carnage. Rauch.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar. I actually haven't seen it. The last time I visited my dad, that wasn't built, so I've never actually seen it.
That's so cool. Though. What a beautiful area.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's in the context of safety in South Africa and Africa. That's probably one of the safest places you can be, which is why the estate is properties are so in demand. It's also one of the only provinces in South Africa that is actually in the black as far as finances and the economy goes, and infrastructure and having running water and working lights.
Yeah, I love Africa.
Yeah, it's pretty. If you have money, it's a really nice place to live. If you don't have money, yeah, it's Africa, you know.
Yeah, and I believe in Jesus, and parts of them don't really like that. So, but I've always had an obsession with Africa. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost quite mystical. I don't know how to explain it. Ever since I was like 4 years old, I just always had this obsession. So every time I get extra money, I try to help donate to build water wells, just to do my part. Because I truthfully believe that equality starts with raising the floor of people struggling across the world first.
Yeah.
You have to rewrite.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing wrong with that, you know. That's definitely a nice goal to have, you know, is to improve the lot of people that are not as lucky, you know, as most of us.
Yeah, and it's really not that expensive. I thought that when I first started getting into that I needed millions of dollars. Come to find out that I wasn't even close. It's considerably less. So that was pretty shocking for me, because you assume that like it just doesn't exist because you need 20, 30, 40 million dollars. But when I found out, it was like sometimes even under 6 figures to get these massive things running. That's when my brain was like, well, it's not that people can't help, it's that they don't want to, you know, and it's not everybody's job, but I've just had an obsession with it since I was a kid, so I just try to do what I can. Like when I was 4, I used to say my dream was to help people build houses in Africa, which is kind of pointless if they don't have water, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we pivoted on that one. That's true though. It's really cool to know somebody from there as well. I had a buddy named Rex, and Rex was like a part of our crypto group, so we would all just give him tons of crypto and NFTs to help him, and he started a gaming store in Nigeria, and he like started a rent and play place. And he showed him the people working games. Mud hut that he built, bro. Unreal. He became an entrepreneur. I hope he's okay. I haven't been able to get a hold of him since all that stuff happened, so you're just, you know, maybe he left, I don't know. Tried contacting him like 10 times and no juice.
I mean, sounds like you need to reach out, you know, touch base.
Yeah, I keep trying on all his social medias, dude, and I can't get a hold of him, and I don't have like his WhatsApp or anything. I don't know what people use for all that.
Hey,
Hello.
99 Kale, we're done.
There it is.
Let's set up KFK herbivore life. Get all this work done.
Pow! One to the head. Pow! One to the right on the kisser.
look at all my happy piggies. Big. They're all 1 star. I'm hoping to get a 2-star out of them.
Very peaceful.
Hell yes.
This is the original 1-star from which every other ball in here.
Oh, there's so many more.
Yeah, Sir Brutus, because he's the first. Oh, these two just made a baby. Or they are going to. I have named all of them. As you can see.
Let's keep your hands unharmed.
Lucius. Maximus. Tiberius.
It's a little baby here.
Oh, I got Piggy.
Yeah, you can't name him yet. He's too small. It's another one. There's two of them. Look, 2 babies. Yeah, you can't name them yet. They're so too small. I hope Mordra can sort out your problem later.
He's around.
I have work for you. Your first, task when you join us. I have asked Leo and Mordra if it's okay if you join the server. So I just want to, I'm sure it will be fine, but I think Leo is paying for it, so I don't want to be presumptuous, But yeah, so a lot of these trees are trees that we planted. For the wood. However, what is annoying is that Modrak and Leo don't remove the stumps. So
Easy. I can remove the stumps.
you see like this. So when you're hunting and you see something that looks like maybe a boar or deer or whatever, then you get close only to find that it's a stump. You can just chop it around, remove it. But so stump removal and planting of trees will be your assignment in this area here. This whole field can be planted. You'll need a cultivator, which unfortunately Modrak has on him, and we don't have enough bronze for me to make another cultivator, so we're going to have to wait for Modrak to put it back in the chest where it should have been in the first place. But yeah, this whole area around the home base can be planted with trees, and I think we've got plenty of seeds. Look at the mist on the low grass here. So, oh, we've got a visitor. Okay, enough playing around. Another thing, that you can do if you want. I'm only giving you ideas of what you can do when you start playing, just to get yourself used to how the game works. So this little patch of ground here used to be our vegetable garden, which we, due to an attack by 3 trolls at the same time, which destroyed the previous ball pen, which was double the amount of balls that it has now. We dug the trench around it, the base, and unfortunately the old vegetable patch is now outside of the base. It's not a problem. However, it's not been planted for a while, you know, so no carrots, and we will eventually need carrots again. We've got plenty of seeds, and again with the cultivator you can plant carrots, and we also want to expand it, so you know, make it just a little bigger, you know, maybe like this inside these rocks, like here, like this, so we can double our carrot production, because the more piggies we have, the more carrots we are going to need. So that's something you can do. You can be our farmer, you can be our woodcutter. Something we haven't explored is catching fish. I don't think we can make fishing rods yet, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Something that you can get started on right away is hunting. Take a bow and go out and shoot boars and deer and show you what these other lizard-like critters look like. We hunt them for their tails. Closer to the water, I can hear them. Ah, there's one. Okay, it's called the neck. Very aggressive. Yeah, if you kill them, they sometimes drop a tail. Another one. It's a deer.
Do me no harm, but let me live.
Huge, though. And when you kill them, they drop pelts and pelt skin, hide, and these guys you can kill because they drop resin, which we use to make fires, like torches, standing with torches.
Oh, coward!
So there's three things you can get into right away. And of course the other thing is exploring. Just if you look at the map, this is what we've discovered so far. But you can see it's just a tiny bit of the world.
Yeah, it doesn't feel tiny when you go out there.
Yeah. the water, you will find another here. Oh, there's a lot of them around today.
Let us Carnage rather than Hanson.
Must
New
have gone off.
Pokemon was a good investment. It went down 10% and the community was like,
God's hook.
it's over. We're done for.
Now, sir.
And I was like, wow, these guys clearly never thought crypto one day.
Yeah. Yeah, when you go to sleep and you wake up and Bitcoin is down 70% overnight.
Did you see Binance liquidated for like 2 billion yesterday and the day before?
Wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's why Bitcoin totally moved. When it was at 92K, I was short on the market. It kept going, 93 to 94. Why is this company, the World Economic Data says it's going to go bad. So I just exited my position. A week later, it was like, I was like, well, that's crypto for sure.
Yeah.
I please, let me go hands on heart.
Yeah. Yeah, crypto taught me that you really can't predict what crypto is going to do.
Yeah, you can. And people always complain, and they're like, it's being manipulated, it's being manipulated. And it's like, yeah, that's a victim mentality, though. Every market that exists is being manipulated. You know, that's why they exist. What do you want me to tell you? You know, you got to trade according to front-running the manipulation.
Yeah, I was so annoyed when every time China banned Bitcoin, and then it would tumble, you know, like 50%. And I was like, this has happened 5 times already. That, you know, and every time Bitcoin recovers to a stronger position, but it always crashes, you know, dramatically. And then people are saying it's over, it's finally over, you know.
Yeah.
And like a week later, everybody's like, you know,
It's over
why
for
did
the
you
second
sell?
time.
They're like, we're back. It's
Yeah.
like, what? Dude, it's so funny looking at the sentiment on Twitter. Because everybody will be super depressed and tweeting all these huge red charts and be like, this took everything from me, it ruined my life, I'm never
Yeah.
coming back. And then the next day they're like, I knew it was just temporary.
I sold my house to buy all in Bitcoin. People are you crazy? And then like a year later, he made 10 times his money back. And everybody's like, oh my god, this guy's a genius.
I love that market, dude. It's just an enhanced version of penny stocks.
Yeah. Yeah, but if there's one thing that being a Bitcoin hodler for, you know, since 2013 taught me is resilience and patience, and not looking at the short time frames. You know, always pull the graph out, you know, to the maximum and look at it from further away and see the trend, not the daily fluctuations.
The phone.
Yeah. Put on that monthly chart, that weekly chart, not the 4-hour chart.
Yeah. Oh my god. What? Am I lagging or something?
I'll probably sell all
Oh,
mine
these are
around
tame. These
140 to 145.
Yeah, that
Mainly
seems
because
good.
Michael Saylor has a sell order at 149,000 for all of for his whole supply. He has a sell order for his whole supply. 149,000.
Nice. I was confused why I couldn't kill these two Don't know if you're watching my stream.
I was.
I couldn't kill these two boars. I was wondering if I was lagging or something. And then I realized they were my ex-tame boars that I had that escaped when the trolls smashed the enclosure. And you can't kill the tame boars with normal weapons. You have to use the butcher's knife.
Got a snipe.
Yeah, it's a special knife that you use to dispatch of your tame animals.
Damn, there's a huge car show next week in Tulsa.
Nice.
Honestly, might go to that. I'll try to make some trades
Let's
for
see who
liquidation
will
boards.
rearrange my flank.
Way better than selling them on eBay now, man. People take AI pictures and say that it came in broken. eBay just doesn't care. They're not like double checking. They just see this AI picture of a broken slab and they're like, yep, refund.
But just take the easy pictures on them.
Which is crazy for thousands of dollars in transactions. But it's outsourced to a different country, so those people don't care. If anything, they're probably like, why are these idiots selling cardboard? It's outsourced to a different country.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Which is fair, you know. It is a pretty toxic community.
There it is.
You know, I have a very important mission for you here.
You too?
So, one thing that we have not yet discovered, and that can give us some real good benefits, basically, like magic items, is discovering the traders. You can find traders somewhere in the game, but you have to basically go out and explore. And if you find them, they will always be an application. So if you have enough coins, say that, like we have almost 800 coins, you can buy stuff from them. I think you need a specific item to unlock them. I'll have to check that. But you know, you can, or we can craft you your own boat if you wanted to be adventurous and go and explore and try to find them.
Without a doubt, I will do that. But for a bit, I would like to just stick around you and see what you do, so I can, you know, copy you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can play the way that you want. I'm just trying to give you ideas of things that you can do. You know, for me at the moment, I'm just having fun restarting the ball pen, trying to get 2 stars out of them, and learning how the whole process works.
Yard doubles, okay.
There's also lots of building to do. So, for example, this boat dock can be for one day. I want to convert it into a proper stone dock. You know, this is just a temporary one. But we now we have unlocked the what do you call it? What's that? Oh, here we go. The stone cutter, which means that we can. He basically converted the basement into a stone basement, like these sconces. just looks much nicer than the wood. And you can do something similar for the dock. You can convert it into a proper stone dock. And then maybe replace this quite poles, you know, with a stone wall at some point. And the house, of course, everything can be converted into stone structures. It just looks a lot nicer than the wooden structures. We've got a little, what's it called? What do you call a bee farm? Apiary? No, that's a birds, right?
The honey farm, honey. I don't know. Honey house?
Let's see.
Bee farm? Bee farm sounds right.
I don't know. Let's see. What? Yeah, it's an apiary. That's right. I actually thought that was for birds, but apiary. It's basically a honey farm, bee farm.
That headshot got him right there. There it
And
is.
of course, you have to make sure that the piggies have food. It goes without saying. 3 different types if you want them to breed well. So I drop carrots, I drop raspberries, and if I have anything else like blueberries, I'll drop that as well. See if there are any. You can plant all of these shrubs, you know, to grow blueberries, raspberries. We haven't yet discovered onions. That would be nice. Got mushrooms.
Yes! Oh, yeah. Looks like hollow as it is. Keep your feet on the ground. That.
Oh, you're still flying, Eric. I didn't realize. Sorry.
Adrian, I'll be back to my
Yeah. I didn't realize you were still flying. Sorry.
What game is that in the love check? Taking up time or up.
Let's go. was the laggiest one I've ever had. That was the laggiest one I've ever had. That was unplayable bad. That was the laggiest one I've ever had. I think I gotta restart the game. It is so bad right now. Fixed itself. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's see here. There it is.
Because of my
We'll be
left.
taking that
Have mercy
flail
on
from
me.
you, bud.
I spent
Yes. Can't do forest anymore. Can't do forest anymore. It's too laggy. I don't like it. What do you have, a sword? Like that? I gotta insure it. That's what I'm fucking up right there. That's a fuck up.
I cry
The
you
mud has been
mercy.
lost.
I pray.
One sec, I gotta check on Anna. I'll be right back. I'm curious. So this game, my guess is that it's Latin, but I could be wrong. The two words are dextra and sinistra. Dextra, I believe, is like the right side or right hand, and sinistra is like the left side or left hand.
What game?
Okay.
Dextra? I don't know.
Sword game? Sword game?
Dextra and sinistra are Latin anatomical directional terms. They're still used today in medicine, biology, heraldry, and some technical descriptions. Core meanings. Dextra means right, and sinistra means left. How about that?
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that has any relation to the expression ambidextrous.
How about that? Yeah, but why would dextra be right hand? And sinistra. I've never heard
Yeah, but-
sinistra.
But what does ambi mean?
Both?
Ambidextra.
Or I don't
Yeah,
know.
Both? Yeah. It means you have two right hands.
Ooh! That's probably what it means. People were like, Dan, you
Yeah.
have two right hands. Wow.
Witchcraft is this? Burn him at the stake.
He can use both his hands, cut off his hands. Yeah.
Witchcraft is this? Burn him at the stake.
He's before his time. His hands, cut off his hands. Yeah. Yep. Yep, a Rooney.
And these piggies are eating a ton.
And I got this. Beyond
Eric, are you still there?
Eric's deafened.
Interesting. If we also we can fill this with water. I think if we dig deep enough, that will be the case.
Let's get some music going. Let's get some music going.
The term ambidextrous comes from the late Latin words ambidexter. It's a combination of two distinct roots. Ambi, a Latin prefix meaning both. Dexter, the Latin word for right, as in the right hand, or skillful. The literal meaning, literally translated, it means both right-handed. We were right.
Hey!
Oh, man. Yeah. Look at us. The right hand was associated with skill, agility, and correctness, while the left hand was often viewed with suspicion. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. You know, I often look at my left hand and think, you know,
What are you up to?
You know, you're very sus, you know. Yeah. What have you been up to while I was sleeping?
Yeah. What are you up to? That's funny.
I love finding out the origin of common phrases.
Yeah.
Like, when I visited the rope museum in Southampton, where they actually made the ropes for the British naval fleet. Learning the ropes was when new sailors got on the ships, and the first thing they had to do was to learn the ropes. You know, how to make sure that they were all, you know, in good condition, learning how to tie all the different knots. That's literally learning the ropes. Let's see, interesting ones. Saved by the Bell. Origin, 17th, 18th century. There was a widespread fear of being buried alive while in a coma. To prevent this, safety coffins were designed with a string attached to the corpse's hand. If the person woke up underground, they could pull the string to ring a bell above ground, notifying the cemetery watchman.
Could you imagine what your lease on life would be if you were buried alive and you woke up in a coffin and you rang a bell and they got you out of there?
Oh my god. If that's a fear you have, I have a movie to recommend.
Nope. Nope. I already know what it is. It's got Ryan Reynolds in it. I'm not even... No, nope.
Where he has the mobile phone with him, right?
The whole time you think he's about to get rescued and he ends up dying.
Yeah. Yeah, in the end, that person went to the wrong place. That was horrific. I still have nightmares about that. You keep on having this suspense, and then you think, oh my god, he's gonna get saved, you know. Bro's gonna make it. And then he starts listening to the noises he should be hearing, somebody trying to get him out, and it's nothing. And you realize she's not the person is not actually where he's buried.
No.
Bite the bullet. Origin, 19th century battlefield surgery. Before the invention of reliable anesthesia, soldiers had to undergo surgery like amputations while fully awake. Oh my god. To stop them from screaming or biting their tongues off during the intense pain, they were given a lead bullet to clench between their teeth.
I just want to feel what one surgery would feel like. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah. I've had it.
driver is throwing.
I got an eye surgery done when I was awake, but I don't feel like that's the same as like having my muscles cut open. It was pretty gross though and terrifying, bro. Because when they have to cut open my eye, so they have to slit open my eye and put something in it. So I'm totally awake and I can't blink. I can't look around.
All
I
right,
can't
I'm gonna mute you now.
Sorry.
I'm getting these contractions behind my knees. You know, when I hear something I don't like.
My bad.
No, go ahead.
Finished
Go
it with
ahead.
no more pain stuff, but it was crazy because at one point the knife goes in front of your vision, so your eye goes completely black. So like there's this 1 minute period where you don't know if you're blind, and it feels like 10 years.
Yeah, it's horrific.
I can see now though. So that was like crikey. I'm no longer legally blind.
Well, that's had a great outcome.
Yeah, just for one of the most terrifying moments of my life.
Here's one that you might find interesting. People often say go the extra mile. So that comes from a biblical reference to a Roman law that allowed a Roman soldier to command a civilian to carry his gear for exactly 1 mile. Jesus suggested doing 2 to show grace.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. When they arrested Jesus and the disciples carried the Romans' gear for them.
He said
And
some stuff
the
like,
Romans were like, no. And he was like, yes, we're going to do it. And they carried it the whole way.
Yeah.
he said stuff like, if they ask for your shirt, give them your jacket. Like if you
Yeah.
ask for your clothes, give them more clothes.
Yup.
Okay. Like if you ask for your clothes, give them more. First blood. Spill first blood.
I didn't know that's what that was from. It's crazy.
It was a big, I don't know about you in college and sports Albertus, but every year we had like a theme or like a saying or like one of the years I was in NYU, it was called the second mile. And it was like, you got a shirt that had like a 2M on it if you like did something spectacular. And they like gave out these shirts, and it was one of the sayings. It was a joke on the team: "Get that guy a shirt. Get that guy a shirt."
Yeah, where I played, everybody was really bad, so, we also had to buy our own gear half the time. They're like, yeah, so you want your team gear?
That would be $100. Yeah.
Dude, it was $1,000. It was $1,000 for my junior college gear. Isn't that crazy?
See,
$1,000. And I'm just sitting there like, that's almost the same damn amount as the tuition.
when I look back at baseball, one of the craziest things I look back at, and we didn't see it as weird at all. It was just like rudimentary. Every day we would do it. We did all our own field work.
Yep.
All of it.
We had to build our own map.
We would go play against someone like Arkansas, and they'd be like, "Wait, you rake the field?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's almost like there's no one there to do it." And they'd be like, "What?" They'd be like, "You have to rake the mound with a rake?" And I'd be like, "Yep, and tamp it, and put clay, and sweep it, and you know."
It's like, I pay $30,000 a year. Like, we don't even have a ground crew guy. It costs the exact same amount as one person's tuition. Dude, that Walmart by ORU is so sketchy, bro.
It used to be 24/7, and it's not anymore. It closes at like 11 because of all this. It's right by a big bus stop, and it's like, yeah,
The
dude.
bus stop's crazy, bro.
It
There's
gets
just
sucked.
like 40 to 50 people there at all times.
It sucks.
And they're like, there's just like dudes fence weaving. Bad. I see like old ladies or something carrying their groceries to the bus stop. And I'm just like, dude, I should just like pick them up and save them the trip. You know, save them harassment or getting potentially stolen.
Hold on. Okay, I gotta check the litter box really quick. Time to beat this Baron again. Time to beat this Baron again.
Okay, well, I've been doing a little investigation
Into?
into letting people know that you're live streaming without you having to warn them every time.
Okay.
Apparently, the popular method is the live now role. So you create a role on your Discord with a distinct color like purple, for example, and you use a bot like Me6 Call bot or StreamCord, and it will automatically assign that live now role to you when you go live. So when people look at the voice channel or they connect to it, they can see your name in purple, and that will let them know that you're live streaming.
So I add a role to my, I add a role.
Yes, and you call it live now, for example.
Do I add it to myself?
No, it's a role for the Discord server. The role will be assigned to you by the bot when you go live. So create a role, name it live now,
How do I
and
create a
assign.
role?
I mean, if you can give me the permissions to set it up, I'll do it for you. You can temporarily give me the rights, and then I'll set it up, and then you can remove it again.
Well, let's see.
Or I can tell you how to do it.
Stop, Ellie. Stop, Ellie.
so crazy to me how like some UFC fighters have cauliflower ear, and then some UFC fighters have no cauliflower ear. So crazy to me how like some UFC and it's just fucking luck of the freaking luck of the draw. Gosh dang it! This is why we can't have nice things. Total luck of the draw. Fucking luck of the freaking luck of the draw. Gosh dang it! This is why we can't have nice things. Basically, like, did you get kicked hard enough in the ear for your ear to swell up, or did you get it smashed against the metal?
I've always wondered what causes it.
It's typically an impact. So like, it's like, you know how when you get a goose egg on your forehead because you hit your forehead on something? It's like the same thing by your ear. Or like somebody will press your ear down or slam your ear into the mat at a weird
Yeah.
angle. And dude, at first it looks way worse because it'll be a goose egg in your ear. And then the swelling will just go to other parts of your ear. But if you drain it, it just comes back worse. So you're not supposed to drain it at all.
Yeah.
But there's black belts that don't even have it. It's just like some people are more easily exposed to it than others. Who has a belt, one of the best fighters, he's only got it on one ear. But apparently it's pretty uncomfortable all the time, my buddies say. They say it's just like kind of irritated when you sleep on it and stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I was always curious about that too because, like, does it feel like something? Does it not feel like something? So I just asked him. Here, let me see. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like when it first happens. Cause it's it's honestly kind of funny. Here, let me see. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like when it first happens.
Okay, there you go, Adrian. Hold on, I'm gonna eat some food with my girlfriend, but I think I did it.
All right.
You see it?
Okay, there you go, Adrian.
Hang
Hold on,
on.
I'm gonna eat some food with my girlfriend, but I think I did it.
All right. Oh wow.
You see it?
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's what it looks like at first.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
I always thought that it would just be numb, so it was surprising to me when I heard that it just feels like pretty bad all the time. I always thought that it would just be numb, so it was surprising to me when I heard that it
I'm gonna be AFK for a minute.
bad all the time. Sounds good. That gives me time to start working out.
I'm gonna be AFK for a minute.
Sounds good. That gives me time to start working out.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome, welcome. Ooh, hold on. My package just came in. I just got my camera cover in, so I'm gonna go grab that real quick.
Sweet.
Ooh. I'm one of those people who covers his camera at all times, bro. But if you look, if I put it down now, it's just a pink piece of tape.
Uh-huh.
It's like a,
Oh, I
now I
see.
put it-
Right.
yeah. That looks pretty jank.
Uh-huh.
So I ordered some $5 covers.
All right. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
So I ordered some $5 covers.
All right. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
See?
Yeah. All right.
I'm probably a little bit overly sketched out about that, but I don't really care if they see me butt naked. I just don't want them to be able to see my girlfriend.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Overly sketched out about that, but I don't really. That's what I'm mainly sketched out about. I just don't want
Yeah.
them to be able to see my girlfriend.
That's understandable. Yeah, it makes sense.
I also leave my computer plugged in all the time, so if somebody does have access to it, they got 24/7 access to it, gentlemen. I also leave my computer plugged in all the time, so if
Yeah, I do the same. My PC is always on,
they got 24/7
but
access to it, gentlemen.
I don't have a webcam connected to my computer. Yeah, I do the
Ooh,
same. My
nice.
PC is
I
always
should have
on,
bought a laptop that
but
didn't have one, but I just
I
wasn't
don't have a
thinking.
webcam connected to my computer. Yeah, I do the
Ooh,
same.
nice. I should have bought a laptop that didn't have one, but I just wasn't thinking. Let's see, does this one fit? Yeah. Let's see, does this one fit? Yeah. What an annoying thing to put on, though. Jiminy Christmas. What an annoying thing to put on, though. Jiminy Christmas. Wow, that fit perfect.
Sweet.
Now I can just go like this. Wow, that fit perfect.
Sweet.
Now I can just go like this. Let's see, is it viewable on any part of the camera? No, it's not. Huge. Let's see, is it viewable on any part of the camera? No, it's not. Huge. Wow, that's crazy. It just registers my camera as off if it's fully blacked out.
Oh wow, I get a black screen with a camera and a slash through it.
It just registers my Me too. That's interesting. Fully blacked out.
Yeah. Oh wow, I get a black screen with a camera and a slash. It's super effective.
Screen cover used.
It's super effective.
Blackout. It's super effective. Did you ever play Pokemon?
No, I didn't.
Screen cover used. Blackout. It's super. Yeah, I figured that was a shot in the dark.
No, I
You
didn't.
never know, though. Might as well ask. I keep them everywhere. I figured that was a shot in the dark. You never know, though. Might as well ask. Sometimes when I make like videos, just because I know people will be like, "What the hell?" I'll like take my microphone and I'll put it on my slab and talk into my microphone like this, because I know people will watch it longer because they're like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only thing that I can connect into my phone is like one of those little infrared cameras that you connect to your phone, and it turns it into, you know, one of those thermal imaging cameras. It's very useful if you.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that that existed.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. You can use it to measure the temperature of everything. But what it is really useful for is, let's say you want to find out where are the cold spots in your house, or where is the insulation not working. You can just immediately see it. You know, it's just, you look at the camera and you say, oh shit, okay, that corner, I should probably have yeah, and like windows, you can see with the cold coming in around the frame. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I want that now.
It's not
Thank you
that
for
expensive.
revealing that.
I'll link you the one that I got. I think it's a pretty nice one. I got it
please do.
like 3 months, 6 months ago. I got Thermal Master. I got the Thermal Master T1. That was $116. quite cheap for this kind of thing. And it's just a
Yeah.
USB-C connector, and it plugs like that thing you showed me. It just connects to your phone via USB-C, and it instantly turns it into a thermal imaging device.
I just wrote that down. I didn't even know anything about that. Yeah, typically infrared technology for hunting scopes and stuff is thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So that is definitely really cheap. Because my closest comparison was like 20x that. I didn't even know that was a thing. You like use it in your backyard, you just see like 10 people in the woods. You're like, never mind, I'm returning this.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's you can have a lot of fun with it, you know, just messing around. Like it's crazy to me that you can touch like a wall for 1 second and remove your hand, and then bring up the thermal imaging view, and you can clearly see your hand. Now it you can see temperature, you can see the outline and everything. It's crazy.
That just made me think about forensics in the future and how probably some guy who like walks into a fresh crime scene with like a camera looking for fingerprints or something, like those old futuristic movies. Oh, here it is. You sent me it. Thank you.
It is the UK link, obviously, you want to use.
15x smooth. Wow. Wow. Technology is crazy.
Yeah. And it's so compact. It's crazy.
Yeah, that looks nothing like what I thought it would look like. That's really wild.
Yeah, it's so useful. If you're into electronics, for example, you're trying to find out where something is shorting, you know, whatever. You just pop this on and you can instantly see where the problem is.
I was even thinking about using it for my engine.
I can imagine it would be useful for that.
I'll go use it in a public restroom. Find out if it hasn't been sat on the most recently. If I got a bigger number 2.
Yeah, I mean that would work, but it would be slightly awkward trying to explain why you know, filming all the toilets, you know, in the bathroom.
They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
that's very
The
sus,
less
bro.
you know,
What's
the
up?
better right now. Like, you got a fresh one.
But you know, there are other situations where, let's say you live in a slightly woodsy area and you hear a noise outside and it's pitch black. Just pop on your thermal camera and all is revealed.
Yeah, that one I would use for a lot. I used to have coyotes in my backyard all the time, and I just sometimes couldn't see them. But I just hear them breathing. Yeah, there were some really sketchy circumstances. My dog would run away back there. So I would have to go through the woods. It's pitch black. You can't see anything. I hear animals breathing all around me. In my brain, I think that it's freaking jaguar, bro. Like, that's literally what my brain perceives it as. I know it's a coyote. And you just hear this loud breathing, and it just feels like you're next to, like, a mountain lion. Like, brain partially goes worst case scenario, but you just also don't know what it is. Even if you know it's a coyote. But here's where it gets really sketchy. Coyotes will make this noise that sounds like it's a whimpering dog. So there were also times where I didn't realize that a coyote made these noises. So I thought our neighbor's dog was getting attacked by a coyote. And it's actually the coyotes that make this noise. So other dogs will think that a dog's being attacked and they'll go to help or hate it. But it's the coyote making the whimpering noise to lure a dog to attack it.
Wow,
They
that's
lured
crazy.
me. And it sounds like a terrier or something, like a small dog being attacked. It's like, oh! I mean, my thing probably won't play because I have noise cancellation. Let's see if I can find it. But it's terrifying. It's really creepy. Like, it sounds like something is dying. And it's just the noise coyotes make. My buddy told me that's what it was. And I had no idea until then. Because I'm the type of person where it's like I love animals. And I know that coyotes don't really attack humans. And if it does attack me, I'll kill it. You know. But obviously, I'll take some meat too.
Yeah.
They're kind of just, they're not very big, you know, they're just not very big, so they're not really a big threat. Obviously, teeth kind of tear up the skin and flesh regardless.
Yep.
But they're basically just like spiders, you know, if you mess with it, it's going to sprint away. There will probably be 1 out of every 10, 1 out of every 20 that might get a little ballsy. The main thing you got to worry about is does this thing
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Like, is it gonna attack me because it's not sane in its brain and it has rabies? I don't know. Yeah, my dog is just a psychopath. He's crazy. I mean, I rescued him and he was like living in the wild for a long time, so he probably killed coyotes to eat. Now he's all fat because he's pampering. And I don't want him to ever be skinny.
Yeah. You must start eating the neighborhood face.
Yeah, I can't even take him for a walk, man. If I take him for a walk at all, if there's any dog around at all, if the dog even growls at him, he instantly latches on. So there was one time I took him out for a walk, and the neighbor let, like, some kid was house sitting, and he let the dog out in the front yard to pee for some reason without a leash or anything. And I, like, live in a more country area, so there's a law. You have to keep your dog on a leash because problems can happen. People get attacked all the time, especially by hunting dogs and stuff. And so the dog, this big husky, sprints out, and my dog just latches onto his jaw. So I got bit a couple times trying to break that bark. Eventually somebody helped me because I was just like, couldn't. It's a pit bull. My dog has lockjaw. You know, so it's physically impossible for me to just I'm not going to say what you're supposed to do, but you're if you know the term, you're basically supposed to oil check your dog. If it's ever lockjawed on something, it will release.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy told me that, and I was like, that's all you, man.
I'm not gonna oil check a, enraged pit bull.
Yeah, no thanks. It's so crazy because we're valid dogs, he hates dogs. He won't attack our other dogs. But, and people, he's fine. Like, he's terrified of humans. I think because he got beat, so he's just, like, terrified of people. Like, when I go hit the heavy bag, he basically just vibrates, shaking, because he's just terrified of, like, the violence of humans. It makes me sad. So I have to put him inside because he just, like, whimpers in the corner. So no problems with humans, you know. He's just a big old derpy dog who will just lay on top of you. You just sit on your feet everywhere you go. He just loves people, but animals, different story. Pretty terrifying. So I gotta put a muzzle on him everywhere. I take him anywhere. I just can't train them to like dogs. Rescues are kind of just weird like that sometimes. I've like tried all these different methods, tried with these professionals too.
Kyle, have you been muzzled?
I'm muted. Sorry, I'm just locked in right. I'm locked in right now.
Alright.
I'm in the last boss fight. I already beat the big boss. I just have to win a 1v2 to win this.
Ooh, they're all golden and shiny.
Boom. There's one. That's one. There's two. Just kidding. They're back up.
I'm gonna hit a quick set. I love animals though. Sometimes more than people. Totally innocent.
Yeah.
I feel like they just don't deserve anything bad. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, they.
Oh, sorry. Let me listen to you first. I didn't want to ignore you if you had to say something.
No, it's just animals will give you back 10 times what you give them.
Amen.
Just show them the smallest amount of love and affection, and they'll be yours for the rest of your life, or their life,
Yeah, so cool. It's sad that it's so short. Every time I lose a dog, I feel like I'm losing a brother.
Yeah, that is cruel, I think, but if you can give a dog its best life that it could possibly have for that short period, and you have nothing but good memories, I think it's still worth it.
Amen. Man, I agree wholeheartedly with that.
That guy's a tank.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's pissing me off. There it is.
Finally.
There it is. Now where's the Baron's weapon at? I think it's right here. Boom. Beat it again. Boom.
I'm gonna take a break. Take a nap.
Nice.
I'll catch you guys a little later.
Take it easy, man.
Alright. Cheers.
Coward! Squanderer! Louster! Buffoon! Hellwife!
He messed me up. He smoked me. I think I'm done for a while. I'm gonna go for a walk.